So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So this is going to be my first showcase I get of the V3 Wife Legend. Maybe I should call them with Shirahoshi since they are the units present in the sprite. Anyway, let's just recap what they do. They are a Dex Cerebral Free Spirit unit, captain ability. They are Call of Unity captains, so you want to use them on Dex teams against quick focused content, and they are a 5.4 times attack. And you can heal HP when hitting good, great, perfect more when you hit good. They have some utility, which is not relevant for the content I'm using today. The relevant thing is that you can get a 2-turn attack boost for Strength X Int, and Cerebrals can get an Orb boost. And also, if they have a Rainbow Orb, they can extend all buffs by 1 turn, and also change the multiplier of Rainbow Orbs. One thing I will look with this unit is that their special doesn't extend their own buff, which is a big letdown, but I just overlooked that. Super type changes top row and bottom row slots to rainbow, heals, and it increases max HP. And yeah, it's nice for themselves to be able to get their own rainbow orbs, which makes the unit work properly. Anyway, we're doing Arlong 3. Yes, we've had a full month of basically just cerebral Dex units, but we've got nothing that really helps us against Arlong 5 or even 4. So I'm back to 3, but I have something special today. This is going to be the first Arlong 3 team without chain lock, which might sound like, yeah, who cares, that shouldn't be too hard, but it's actually near impossible. You will see why when we get to stage 2. And yeah, first you see here that I really maxed out the buffs quite substantively, and it's all to kill this single mob with incredible defense. Like, that's what you need to be able to bypass these defenses. But yeah, one cool thing with VV Rebecca Shirosho Manchuri is that their super type later when we use it will also reduce their own CD by 5, which means we'll get them back faster, which is actually pretty essential for this team. Anyway, let's focus now because this is the stage of hell. As you see, we have a chain lock applied very low. We also have chain attack down, but because we have a chain lock applied to us, we can't bypass the chain attack down. Otherwise, I could use like Ray Ligaban Super Swap to get a high enough chain. But now my only choice is to overpower this chain attack down, which is actually insane. We have super type buff, we have the attack boost from Shirahoshi and Gang, we have Call Affinity from Sabo Swap, but you see, despite all these buffs, we hit as if we had no buffs at all, but we still do barely enough damage to be able to kill 2 mobs. The middle guy is the most essential one because he starts doing things if he's left alive. But killing 2 was actually a big deal because otherwise we take too much damage and we actually need to stall out this chain lock before we move on to stage 3. And another thing with Rebecca Shirosho Manchuri is that their special extends buff and they have a rainbow orb, so we actually extended the chain locks. We have to stall it out 1 more turn, which is self-inflicted. But yeah, just making it this far is basically a miracle, but it's not over yet because now we have the battle to survive, which is far from easy here. We still have to stall 7 more turns after this, or 5 more turns, because we can kill when the chain lock is at 2 turns, because then it's gone for next stage. And yeah, the problem is that now the debuffs are gone, so now we actually start doing damage. So we have to be careful with how many good we hit. This probably has some minor orb RNG, like you don't want a lot of beneficial orbs, you want some recovery orb. I got 1. So yeah, not reliable in that way, but this is not a team you should copy. This is just a cool showcase. And my investments are near, I don't know if required, but they need to be very high at least. So this is an incredibly bad team, but it's just a cool showcase of something that wasn't possible before we got this legend. But I have to say that the realization that they can't extend their own attack and ore boost to 3 turns with just 1 legend, it really made me very down on them. Like, I lost a lot of interest, and that was like the main thing I was interested in, and it's my own fault for not reading properly. Usually they say including this unit, but I was just so focused on that it made the kit so much better that I couldn't fathom another explanation. So I'm not blaming Band or anything. If I blame them for anything, it's very poor design of the unit, so to say. So yeah, here, as many times before, we're going to rely a lot on Rayleigh Gaban here. Crocus, super important. We have both the damage reduction and we remove the burn for final stage. To rehash this strat, basically when we enter the final stage, we will have 1 turn of burn left. Arlong will try to apply burn, but he can't because we are already burned. But then that 1 turn of burn will go away, so we get to final stage without getting any burn, which is, yes, super essential. So you only have to care about the paralysis final stage. But yeah, the cool things with this team is not over yet, because remember what Shirahoshi and Vivi, I should just call them Vivi and Shirahoshi since they are the ones in the picture. But yeah, their special says that if they have a rainbow orb, they extend every offensive buff. That includes a certain super swap from Sabo and Ace here. So we're going to keep this color affinity as well for final stage. Sadly, we also keep their ore boost. I would have rather had Vivi and Shirahoshi's ore boost, but beggars can't be choosers. They get their very good attack boost at least. And yeah, I do like their special. I actually like this moment in the series, even if of course we've used it a lot in One Piece Treasure Cruise. I've not talked about Chopper yet, but very cool with Chopper because first he gave me some very nice extra HP to live in the beginning, and we're actually going to be able to remove all of the para with him. He does have the support Brook that removes para when you use his special. So you might wonder then, why didn't Brook proc stage 1 when I used him? It's because this Brook support is pretty weird. It only procs if you use a special to reduce paralysis. And since stage 1 had no paralysis, it didn't proc. But there is paralysis here, so now when Chopper removes 5 turns of paralysis, Brook is going to proc to remove the final 2 turns. So yeah, we only have 2 big damage dealers here. Actually, it's going to be Hiyori and Rayleigh Gaban. Like Sabo and Ace does decent damage, I guess, but Chopper doesn't have the buff from Ace, sadly, so should have probably hit with Sabo and Ace against Arlong too, but whatever. Anyway, that's the team. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.